strikeouts today, a career high for you. What allowed you to have so much with the swing and miss?
I felt good early. I thought I was spotting my hitter really well for the first few innings. I had that slider really going, mixing some curveballs, mixing some splitters, and got some good executed some pitches when I need to.
You guys were singled to death today by these Rockies. Every hit that they had was in the form of a single. What were you noticing from your perspective in that fourth inning against them?
Yeah, they definitely came out. Second time through, they came out a little bit more aggressive, and I didn't execute to Tapia and Pilar early in that inning, and then Fuentes put a good swing on that good heater away. I thought, for that single up the middle to score a couple, and then they're a good lineup. They grind out at bats.
You had mentioned the heater away in the Fuentes at bat, that was a good pitch in your estimation. Would you have done anything differently in the at bat between Tapia and Pilar? Were you pleased with the pitch, or was it just a good piece of hitting?
Pitch selection was okay. I'm okay with it. I think I just didn't execute very well. Threw that splitter a little bit elevated to Tapia. He was able to get some bat on the ball, and then the one to Pilar was it was off the plate. I really don't know how he hit that the way he did, but another soft contact, so I can't be too upset with it. But overall, I think I can execute a little bit better.
In your last outing, you set a career high in innings pitched. In this outing, a career high in strikeouts. How pleased are you with the body of work that you've been able to show them the last couple of outings as you guys move forward in the postseason?
It's great. I just want to stay as consistent as possible and to kind of see how I bounce back this outing compared to going as long as I've ever gone in the last outing. I thought my body felt pretty good today. I thought I was aggressive. I thought I was attacking guys and just didn't execute when I needed to.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Next question is from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Tony, you mentioned the curveball. I threw only 4 according to the numbers I see here, but how comfortable do you feel with that pitch going to it if maybe something else isn't quite working or if you're feeling really good with it?
Yeah, I've been liking it a lot. Something kind of clicked in my last outing. I tried to mix it a little bit more today, but overall didn't really need it too much. Just change the sight a little bit with it. But, it's been feeling pretty comfortable.
When did you first start throwing that pitch, and how's that sort of evolved since you started?
This is actually the one pitch that I've thrown since high school. Curveball is at least. The grip changed a little bit, but kind of the mindset's still the same. Kind of the overall action still about the same. So I've definitely been throwing it the longest, I would say. But, I don't know. It's just been, sometimes it's there. Sometimes I got to click it. And once it clicks, I can go to it for sure.
And then pitching in Colorado, anything you've noticed differently with your stuff that you had to make an adjustment to or with?
Not really. I thought overall movements were okay. I didn't think anything was really not breaking like they should or anything like that. I was trying to be aggressive with everything and, make good pitches.
Thank you.
Next question is from Bill Plunkett. Go ahead.
Assuming you're going to get one more start before the end of the regular season, Tony, what do you think you've accomplished this year?
I think I made a big improvement on last year. I think mechanically I wasn't in a great spot last year. I had a couple injuries. And then in spring training we worked on it a lot to get it back to where I was in 2018. I think we're a lot closer to that now. But overall, just trying to be as consistent as possible and feeling more comfortable of it.
Given that you got a late start in camp, have you done better or more than you expected?
Not necessarily. Just kind of go out there and do the best that I can do with every opportunity I get. I've kind of been saying that from the beginning, and I truly believe that.
Any part of you kind of regret you didn't get a full season and make a run at the Rookie of the Year?
Not necessarily. Obviously, I want to be up here as long as I can and as early as I can. But, overall things happen and, just trying to go out there and do the best that I can do.
Thanks.
Next question is from Ron Calvin. Go ahead.
Tony, is this the best you felt about your full mix of pitches?
Pretty close, I would say. 2018 is probably the best I've ever felt with everything the whole year. I feel like I could do anything at any moment. We're getting back to that for sure.
And you've had a couple kind of different starts. You mentioned like the 7-inning start. I think you only had a couple of strikeouts in that, and then 10 strikeouts in this one. I mean, have you noticed any sort of difference in the performances where you've had a lot of swing and miss versus the ones where you haven't?
I think everything's kind of been the same. Movement's been good on all the pitches and all that stuff. I think just executing when I need to execute was a lot better today than at least with 2 strikes. It was a lot better today than last outing. But overall, there's definitely positives and negatives to take from both.
Thanks.
Last questions from Ken. Go ahead.
Tony, small sample, but you've had success at Coors Field. Is there any key to that? Have you received any specific advice from a veteran, and would you give any kind of advice to a young pitcher doing it for the first time?
I asked Kirsch a little bit yesterday, or not yesterday actually. He was throwing yesterday, 2 days ago. Kind of if he had anything for me, and basically just said aim lower. Trust your stuff. Like if you still throw a good pitch, it's going to be good here, as it would be in Dodger Stadium or wherever. So that's kind of what the mindset was. If I just throw the pitches like I'm supposed to throw them, they'll still be good.
Thanks.